What's up, YouTube? Moves here. Now, here is my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films that are coming out this week, whether it be in theaters, streaming, etc. Alright, now, one of the biggest ones we got coming out this year, we of course got Fast X. Now, I've always enjoyed these Fast and Furious movies. I mean, they are dumb fun, but they are really entertaining. I mean, they go through some great, crazy lanes, whether like they go in outer space, whether of course there's like cool fight scenes. I mean the stunts in this are is insane. I cannot wait to see where they gonna take this new one to. I mean, I thought the trailers have looked really fun, looked really cool and everything. So hopefully Fast X will be really decent. And of course, we do got part two, and there's also part three that Vin Diesel also confirmed that's coming, but we'll see what happens there. Anyway, now that's pretty much the only big wide release we got coming out this week. Coming to streaming on Hulu, we got White Man Can't Jump, which stars Jack Harlow, Sonequa Wallace, the late great Lance Reddick, Tiana Taylor, Laura Harrer, two ballers opposites who are seemingly miles apart, find they might have more in common than they imagined possible. And oh my god, this looks bad. Now, granted, I don't mind remakes because if it stinks, who cares? I still got the original. But yeah, this does not look great at all. I mean, Jack Harlow, I don't know if he's a good actor or anything. I mean, I have heard some of his music, and he's an okay singer. I mean, I'm not much of a big Jack Harlow guy. But yeah, this just does not look all that great. I mean, it looks terrible. Does not look funny, and doesn't help that it's from the same director who recently gave us House Party. So that says something here too. So yeah. Anyway, now coming out on Netflix, we got Anna Nicole Smith. You Don't Know Me, a unflinching and humanizing examination of the life, death, and secrets of Vicky Lynn Hogan, better known as modern actress Anna Nicole Smith. Now, of course, Anna Nicole Smith sadly passed away back in I think 2007 or eight. I remember I think I was like a freshman or sophomore in high school when she passed. And Anna Nicole Smith, obviously, lots of people always thought she could have been the next Marilyn Monroe and everything. She definitely had those like aspects to her. And I haven't seen the documentary or anything, but yeah, it looks really interesting. So could be cool. All right, also now coming on Tubi, we got Mercy Falls. A group of friends set off in a search for a long lost cabin when a tragedy befalls them, and one bad decision leads to suspicion, betrayal, and murder. And this looks like another terrible Tubi original. Yeah, it does not look all that scary. Looks The acting looks terrible. So yeah, probably it's gonna be a terrible film here. All right. Now, also out this week, we got a movie called Sanctuary, which stars Margaret Qualley, who I love Margaret Qualley, she's terrific, and Christopher Abbott, who's also in the upcoming Craven the Hunter film. Disaster ensues when how a wealthy man tries to end his relationships with I kid you not his dominatrix. Yeah, I mean I am getting a bit of a secretary vibe here in a weird way. The trailer looks really odd and everything. Margaret Qualley, I think, is a terrific actress, so just her in anything is always a given. So I think this could be interesting to check out. Anyway, also out this week we got The Master Gardener, which stars Joe Egerton, Sigourney Weaver, the girl who plays Cyclone and Black Adam, Quintessa Swin, I think her name is. And here's what the film's about: a merciless, horticulturalist is devoted to tending the grounds of a beautiful estate owned by a wealthy Delger. When he's told to take on her troubled great niece as an apprentice, so that his life is thrown into chaos and dark secrets from his past emerge. Now, this does star Joe Egerton, Sigourney Weaver. This is directed by Paul Schrader, and this is pretty much a part of his trilogy. Of course, Paul Schrader recently gave us the Card Counter. He also did First Reform. So I guess this is like the third part of that trilogy, which they aren't connected or anything, but still. He also was a writer on Taxi Driver. He directed American Gigolo a couple years ago. So he's done some really decent films over the past number of years. And the trailer for this does look intriguing. I like the cast involved here, so could be interesting to check out. All right, also we got a movie coming to VOD. We got something called Assassin Club. An elite assassin is given his final contract and must kill 7 people around the world, only to discover the targets are equally skilled assassins hired to kill him. His only shot to survive is uncover the mastermind behind the deadly plot. It stars Henry Golding, Sam Neill, Danelle McKell, who by the way is also in Fast X, and of course, she was just in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. She played a rat catcher in the Suicide Squad. Cool career for her, yeah. Anyway, you also got Noomi Rapace's in this, and I haven't seen it yet, but the trailer looks awful. I love Henry Golding. I like Sam Neill. I might have a tad bit crush on Danelle McKell. I think she's terrific. But yeah, this looks completely bad. I mean, it's a shame too because Henry Golding's great. Loves stealing good stuff, especially following up, Snake Eyes. But yeah, I really hope he doesn't get into these type of territories where he does like these home video based movies. Because I'm sorry, Henry Golding's way too good for that. But we'll see here. Anyway, we also got something called The Haunting of Hell Ho coming to VOD. Inside a long abandoned mine lurks a dark being which haunts the descendants of the miners who trapped it. When Luke's niece is suddenly struck with a strange form of Sister Friendship, he reopens the mine in hopes of raising the money to get her better treatment. But in order to truly save her, he must save the family curse. Now it does star the late great Tom Sizemore, the late Tommy Tiny Lister Jr., who you might remember from Friday fame, and the legendary Sally Kirkland. So got some interesting cast members in this, but I just saw the preview and it just does not look that great at all. It just looks blandly bad. It just does not really do much for me. So yeah. All right. Also, we got something called Out and About. A middle-aged man attempts to come to terms with his life over the course of an afternoon walk through his hometown. So, could be interesting there. So there's that. We also got something called Mercy. An ex-military doctor finds herself in a deadly battle for survival when the Irish mafia seizes control of the hospital at which she works. That actually does look pretty cool there. So that could be interesting. We got something called Moon Garden. A comatose 5-year-old girl journeys through an industrialist wonderland to find her way back to consciousness. So I'm guessing this is like a Alice in Wonderland type scenario. So yeah, I don't really know too much about it though. We also got something called Dark Nature, where Joy, a survivor of domestic violence, joins her friend and therapy group for an isolated weekend retreat in the Canadian Rockies. Soon, the entire group must confront a threat even more terrifying than the monster of their past. This actually does look pretty creepy here, so I mean, it could probably be terrible, but it could be interesting, I guess. We also got something called Outpost, where an abused woman gets a job as a fire lookout in the mountains of northern Idaho. Hoping the peaceful solitude will heal her trauma. However, the PTSD and isolation have other plans, and it's suddenly a fight to save herself and the town. The cast includes Beth Dover, Ado Asando, Dylan Baker, Becky and Baker. You also got Dallas Roberts, Tara Campbell, Tim Neff, and D.R. Anderson. So that could be interesting, I guess. I do like the cast involved, so it'd be cool. We also got something called The Thief Collector. In 1985, William D. Coning's Woman Ocher, one of the most valuable paintings of the 20th century, is cut from its frame at the University of Arizona Museum of Art and disappears 32 years later. The painting is found hanging in the bedroom of a New Mexico home. Now, this does star Glenn Harrington, who's also in that new movie Blackberry, which I'm hoping to see this week. That looks really good. This could be a train, and Glenn Howerton, I think he is really terrific. I believe he's on It's Always Sunny, if I'm not mistaken, and he was also on that show AP Bio, which I thought was really good. So nice to see him gain more recognition here. So give me a chance to check it out. You also got something called Stay Awake, where the where his was about confronting a serious and common problem of rural families across the country with human mix of humor and levity. The deeply personal film is a fictionalized account of the filmmaker's coming of age as he struggles to get out from under the yoke of prescription drug addicted mother in small town Virginia, featuring three superb performances that find surprising humor and humanity amid the tragedy of parental addiction. The cast includes the likes of This Is Us star Chrissy Metz, Wyatt Olaf, who's also on that new Apple show which I just checked out called City on Fire. Which, man, if you guys have not seen City on Fire, really intense show right there. And it also stars Finn August, who also starred on that Disney Plus film Clouds. And of course, this looks like many other addiction recovery films, though with more amenity story about two kids in Virginia. So this could be interesting. To check out. I mean, nice to see Chrissy Metz really branching out after This Is Us ended. Wyatt Olaf, who also played a young Star Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he also appeared in the It movies. Nice to see him branching out more here too. This looks like it'll be really interesting to check out. So should give that one a go. All right, we also got something called On Our Way. A troubled young filmmaker battles a dark voice inside his head. Uh, can a mysterious muse illuminate his way out of it? Now, it does star Jordana Brewster, who's also, of course, in Fast X out this week, Franco Nero, James Badge Dale, Paul Ben Victor, Vanessa Redgrave, Ruby Madone, Keith Powers, and Sophie Land Curtis. So, we got some interesting cast members in this. I like James Badge Dale. He's always underrated. Frankie Nero's pretty good. So, this could be an interesting film. Wait, all right. We also got something called Dolly and Soul. When hotshot entrepreneur Ethan Cox gets caught up in a social media scandal, his company's nine-figure acquisition is jeopardized. Desperate to find way forward, Ethan decides to hire a 71-year-old African-American snack cart vendor, Dottie. She posed as his company's figurehead, but when Dottie finds her groove at the company, she refuses to pay the straw man any longer, and everything changes. It stars and is directed by Adam Sanders, and also features Leslie Uggams, who played Blind Out in the Deadpool movies. You also got David Koechner, who I love David Koechner, Margaret Bingham, and M. Emmett Walsh. I saw the trailer for this. It looks really touching, and like the friendship looks interesting. I should give this one a go whenever I get a chance. All right, we also got something called The Cow Who Sang a Song into the Future. A long dead woman comes back to life in a river full of dead fish and transforms the life of her dysfunctional family. I believe this is a French film, if I'm not mistaken. I know it is actually said to be playing at the Quad Cinema here in New York City. It sounds really intriguing to check out, so probably give that one a go one of these days. All right, we also got something called Come Out Fighting, which stars Dolph Lundgren, Tyrese Gibson, who's also in Fast X. We also got Kellen Lutz and Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White is great. In late 1944, during World War II, the American Army half raced their way through the countryside on the border of France, entering Nazi Germany. Uh, Hitler, desperate to turn the tide, has deployed his secret weapon, an M262 fighter jet. So that most likely gonna be end up being terrible. So yeah. All right, now we also got some shows on that is also premiering. Like we also got the Family Still, which is Paramount Plus. We got the Family Stallone with Sylvester Stallone and his story. It's definitely sounding a little bit like pretty much like the Kardashians in a weird way. So yeah, I'm not interested in that at all. We also got the Conor McGregor Netflix docuseries, so that most likely that could be all that great. We also got like Queen Maker, the making of an It Girl coming to Hulu. Where like in the height of the Harris era in New York City, an anonymous blogger infiltrated Has Elite brings just socialized celebrities to new heights. When the website creator was unmasked, the mastermind was not the one anybody expected. Now, of course, this does feature folks like Nicole Richie, Paris Hilton. Also, I'm not all that interested in that much, to be honest with you. We got something called Working What We Do All Day, which is produced by President Barack Obama, or former president, I should say. How people find meaning and connection through work, sharing experiences and struggles. Former President Barack Obama visits people in their homes and on workplaces, following them at all levels from service jobs to the executive suite. Could be interesting there. All right. Come to Apple, which I'm really interested in seeing this one. We got High Desert, where Peggy Newman, a woman with a checkered past, makes his life-changing decision to become a private investigator, following the death of her beloved mother, with whom she lived in the small desert town of Yucca Valley, California. The cast includes Patricia Arquette, Matt Dillon, Christine Taylor, Brad Garrett, Rupert Friend, Bernadette Pierce, Kurt O'Donnell, and many others. And this does look really intriguing. I mean, I've been on a Apple binge, and I've been seeing lots of really cool stuff from Apple. So this definitely looks like another home run for them. So hopefully that could be good. All right. Also, finally, we also got Exo Kitty coming to Netflix, which is of course a series based on the Two Other Boys franchise, where Kitty Covey, who believes she is extremely knowledgeable on love, moves half across the world to Korea, aiming to reconnect with her long distance boyfriend. She finds, however, that a relationship is much more complex when it's your own feelings of love at risk. Now, it does star Anna Cathcart, who also played the lead sister in the Two Other Boys film. So this is pretty much like a spin off of her. And the trailer actually looks pretty cute, charming. I mean, I guess we're not. I guess you could consider this Two Other Boys 4. I guess I don't know, but could be interesting to check out. But that's pretty much it there. Let me leave you guys. Which of these films and shows are you interested in? Are you interested in Fast X, Exo Kitty, High Desert, the Anna Nicole Smith documentary, White Man Can't Jump? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Samuel Sayre.